Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Sunday, and we're getting ready to go out and go eat and go to the office supply store and do some other things. And I'm going to do an update video today. I have several things to update you on, and I hope I don't forget any of them. So I'm going to start off with the hair oil that I have been using, loving. Brooke loves it. And I am selling this on my blog store. And what I would love for you to do is, if you've bought this, if you would below, tell me how you like it. Tell me if you like it, if you don't care for it. Just tell me how you feel about it, because I wanted to kind of get some feedback to decide if I was going to order more. I know that I still love it. Brooke likes it. It's very, I don't know if you can see, it's really light, and it's, I don't even know how to describe. It's almost like it does all the stuff that you want the hair oil to do without knowing you have it in your hair. And I use it a couple of different ways. Most of the time I put it in the ends of my hair, not the ends, but just the length of my hair, just not at the root, when it is towel dried. Then if I'm going to flat iron my hair or curl and iron it, I may take just a little bit more and just do my hands real good and maybe just run it through, like, the pieces that are just so fragile. But sometimes I don't even do that, because I always use a really good conditioner, and then I use that, and then I use styling products, so I don't always do that. Janelle's making her way over here now. So let me know how you feel about that, and I will get some more on order. I really do like it though. Okay, another thing is the Fringe Magic. These things that I was telling you about. So many of you, I told you I was going to put the link down below. Well, I searched real quick. I always have so much going on when I'm uploading my video. I searched real quick and I couldn't really find them. I found some that looked kind of like them, that they sold one a piece on Amazon, and then of course there's some like I have the square ones, and so I thought, well, I'll ask Lori. And I forgot to do it that night. So I messaged her the next morning, and I ended up being able to buy them. I bought 3 cases to put on my website. Now, I think one of you found a website that sells them, and that's fine. I just wanted to be able to, that's what my blog store to me is all about. I love to find things that I like and then be able to offer them to you guys. So it just happens, and it ends up being, it's kind of like personal shopping. I get to make all of my favorite things available to you, and that's the fun of it. It's like having your own. Here she comes. Yes? What would you like? It's like having my own boutique or something, And so I will have these. They're on order. And I would say by the end of the week, I'm not sure about the price. I'm going to have to see, how much it ends up being with the, like, divide out the shipping and stuff like that. But they're not very expensive. So that is, I think, good news. I love doing stuff like that. It just makes me happy. Okay, then let's see. Okay, okay, let me do this so I can get this thing out of the way. This is the palette that I used today on my eyes. I used it yesterday. Santa Claus brought this to Brooke. It is the Kat Von D Innerstellar palette. And probably the prettiest palette, one of the prettiest palettes I have ever used. It is just, you have to like cool tones and purples, but it is just gorgeous. The shadows are gorgeous. This is just like all of my favorite colors in one palette, and they are just yesterday wonderful. The way I started using this is, okay, let me back up and then I'll get to this. Okay, the other day, remember I told you that hair thing just did not work for me, and I think you could see the results. It just made, I have just a whole head full of hair about that long, where I must have had like a little mishap with my color at some point down the line, and now it's all growing back. So I have to, like today, I had to, kind of flat iron them back in, but there they are. It's just all over. So that hair, the Big Sexy Spray Clay, kind of, I think, made those even kinkier. So I ended up, I'm going to show you some more creative shopping and returning and exchanging that I did last week. So last week, you know, I told you I ended up spending, I think, 48 cents. Well, now after I did this, I actually saved money. So we'll see how that happened. I feel like I'm on an extreme coupon or something. But I ended up returning the Sexy Texturizing Spray Clay. I had here on my little table here that $3.50 off coupon. So I took that with me. So I ended up picking up the nail polish that I had been wanting, which is the Porchester Square that Sherry Curry was wearing, and this made me feel good too. It's a hero shade, so I knew it was probably a good one. She's got her hands are tan, so everything looks just a little bit different on her. I still love it. It's one of those taupey purpley shades, just almost like a neutral. So love that. So I was able to pick up that, and then I had been watching videos, and one of my Instagram friends that I've told you about before, Ariel, had done a video on, I think it was what she had bought through the Christmas sales. And I loved her eyeshadow in the video. It was just that taupey, beautiful color that I love. And she had used this, which is the Maybelline Nudes palette. And it's only $9.99. So I knew I could get the $3.50 off of one of those. So I ended up buying this and the Porchester Square. And let's see, I think I ended up having to pay 58 cents. I think. No. I'm not sure. It was either $1.39 or 58 cents. I think it was 58 cents total. Yeah, 58 cents. So, my thoughts on this. I tried to use it yesterday. Matter of fact, I was going to use this and then do this video. She said that, you know, she acted like the quality. She said it was good for $9.99, and I would say I agree with that a little bit, but I would rather see you put $9.99 towards like this or something else. I had a hard time getting a good look out of this, period. And so Brooke was beside me using this, and I ended up just going over what I had done with a few of these colors and just falling in love. And I told Brooke, I said, I want to use that tomorrow. So love this. I mean, I just can't, I've used it twice now and I just can't brag on it enough. So I will be returning this, and who knows what will happen. So that is there. And then the first night, and I think this is important to say, and maybe I didn't say it, make it clear before, when you're doing like a no buy or a low buy or any type deal that you've made with yourself, that's who you're accountable to, is yourself. And I kind of consider myself accountable to John because he is my partner in life, and I kind of consider myself accountable to Elizabeth because she is the one, her and I are the ones that decided to do this. And so she is the one who, you know, I feel like set the rules for me because I wanted to do it with her. Now, if you want to do it and you don't want to use gift cards, or you don't want to be able to return anything, or you don't want to be able to accept any gifts, then by all means, let that be your no buy. But I knew in the beginning, just like I told you, that I was gonna, I had some things coming in, which I have an update on that, and I knew that I might get a gift or, you know, something in the mail that I wasn't expecting. So just like I told you about that, that's what happened. So another thing along with her rules that she told me right from the beginning is the only thing she would buy is if she ran out of something. And when she said that, I thought, gosh, you know, what in the heck would I run out of that I need? And it happened. I ran out of my MAC brush cleaner. And this is what I use every day. I have a roll of paper towels actually in my tub. And I don't know if anybody else uses their garden tub for storage, just about. But I always take off some of I get those selected size kind from Costco, and I fold them over and I pour some of the brush cleaner on there, and that's what I use when I get through with all of my brushes. And it doesn't deep clean them or anything, but it helps with my eyeshadow brushes and when I'm using gel liner. I cannot bear to put that brush up without cleaning it out. So I needed to get this, which was, thank goodness the receipt's in here, which was $15. Yeah, $15. They've got it listed under brushes, but it's brush cleaner. So I knew that I could spend that money on that, and I had the let's see, what was it? Remember I showed you that concealer, the MAC Prolongwear concealer that, you know, when I told her I wanted to use it under my eyes, and she gave me the NC30, and like you guys said, I really needed like the NW20 or something like that. So what I did, Belk is so good with returns, and I buy a lot there, so I don't feel too bad. But so I returned it says treatment. I don't know. Anyway, I returned the MAC Prolongwear, so I had $20 credit, and I knew I wanted to get, and I don't even know if I have it out here. Where is it? Okay, the box is out here. I think I have it either in my purse or in the car. Oh, here it is. But Lisa Rinna on her Instagram finally told us what lip gloss she was wearing, so that was on my list. So in my creative shopping, I returned the MAC Prolongwear. I got a sample of the NW20, which I have on today, so you have to let me know what you think. And I got the brush cleaner, and I got MAC Lust is the lip gloss that she wears, and it is beautiful. I wore it that day and I love it. It is just, it's right there with Purr. It's a lot like the one I had on the other day, but more of a nude and not as much of an icy white type shade. It's more of a nudie caramel type shade. So all in all, I ended up having to pay $10 for this, for the brush cleaner, which would have been $15, and I was allowed to replace this. So for those of you that were fussing at me for spending the 48 cents, I actually saved money last week. And you know, I'm not doing this to alter my lifestyle or anything. I was just doing it just for fun, to have time to clean out some of my stuff, which I've done. I've got all my blushes ready to do a blush fun video to do with Elizabeth, something for her and I to talk back and forth with, and because I knew I had things coming, and I had bought so much stuff during Christmas. So that is why I'm doing it, and for those of you that have been so supportive, I appreciate it. So going back to, I told you I had ordered, before this ever happened, I had ordered a handbag and a pair of shoes. The pair of shoes, Elizabeth and I both have ordered them, and I don't know when they're going to come in. I think they've changed the date from January 7th to undetermined or something like that, so who knows when I'll get those. And then the handbag, you know, I told you my porch was lonely last week. Every day I looked on the porch to see if that handbag had come. So finally, I think Friday night, I went on the website and put in my account number at Saks Off 5th, and there it was in my cart. And you guys know I don't have any problem ordering things. I don't know what happened, why the transaction didn't go through. The only thing I can think of is a lot of times I'll pay for things using PayPal, and John bought that for me, so I had used his card. So I don't know, you know, if in all of that, if something happened. And so of course John said, go ahead and get it, go ahead and get it. You know, you had ordered it before, and that wasn't the reason I didn't want to get it, but that night they had an extra, I think it was 2 days extra 40% off. And so at this point, it wasn't like 130 something or 160 something. I think it was 200. And it was I'll put the link of the bag down below. And so what I'm going to do is more creative shopping. I told you about that Rebecca Minkoff that I've really been wanting at Oliver. I'm going to let him get that one for me this week. So I'll go ahead and warn you in advance. I'm going to have a new handbag. And I don't mean to be cynical. I shouldn't be that way. I'm going to have a new handbag next week, and I think a lot of you are really going to like it. So that's what I'm going to do about that, and hopefully the shoes will come soon. And who knows what will happen, but the bottom line is I didn't spend any money last week, and I think that's pretty good. And I've learned some things, and I've gone through some things, and I've learned some things about not holding on to things I don't want, and maybe not being so quick to buy something and maybe just get a sample. So there is that. So do I have any other updates or anything else I wanted to tell you? The nails, I think that is it. In my clean out, I've been kind of evaluating my foundations, and I am so in love with my Laura Mercier Cashew Beige. To me, it's not even worth, I don't know, it's like I know a lot of people, they want to use up their stuff, so they'll, you know, use it whether it's not their favorite, and that's just not really my philosophy. I like to, makeup is fun to me. I like to feel good all day, so it's not worth it to me to use something I don't like or I don't feel my best in just because I have it. So I've kind of been going through my foundations, and as you know, my hair color has changed. So a lot of those foundations that were really light and really yellow, I was getting to go with my really light hair. Well, now that I've got some darker hair and darker roots, I feel like I need a little bit darker foundation. So far I've tried the other day I told you I tried the Dior Nude, and I just didn't like the tone on my skin. So today I really wanted to give the Giorgio Armani Silk, you know, the Luminous Silk foundation a shot. So I sampled all the ones that I have, because I have 2 different shades, and then I have the other luminous thing that you mix in, and I've decided I can't use that because my skin's too oily. Anytime I try to mix that in with something, even just the littlest bit, it just doesn't do well on my skin. So I'm not going to save that. I'm not going to save the first color, which is like 6 or 6.5, but the 7 was the closest thing to the Cashew Beige, and then that's what I have on today. So you'll have to let me know what you think. I think it is beautiful. I really like it. I really like it. And if you see that beautiful highlight on my cheeks, that is from the Bobbi Brown, I meant to bring it out here, that highlighter that Lori sent me. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. It's almost like, I don't know, I haven't felt it with my hands. I've been using that. Those brushes are awesome. Okay, Chanel was trying to climb my little coat rack over here, which is not the most stable anyway. So those brushes, the It Velveteen brushes, they are so nice. The buffing brush, I'll put the name of it right here, does really good. I can't say just as good yet because I haven't used it enough, but it does really good with the Laura Mercier Silk Cream. And then the other one that she sent me that has an angle, I think it might be the LBD foundation brush, that is what I used with this today, and it was so beautiful. Anyway, love it. And then I, when I was going through my blushes last night, I saw, you know, pulled out all my Lorac, and so I put on my favorite Lorac Exposed, and when I put it on, I was just like, oh, I love you. So I did my brows just a little bit different. I watched a wonderful brow video from Marianna Hewitt this morning about her natural brows, and I did mine a little bit different and used a little bit different technique and a different set of products. And so I will put her video down below because I loved it and I like how they turned out. And I think that's it. So I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day and then let you go. Today I have on, and I hate, oh, that's the button. Okay, I have on the J brand. I showed you guys these jeans a while ago. I got them at Oliver. They're the high-rise skinny J brand Maria. And then the shirt I have on is a couple years old. It's one of those that I got at I got it at Ann Taylor. It kind of goes off the shoulder and it has this kind of bunchy cowl neck. I just wanted something interesting kind of underneath a jacket. And then this jacket is old. I got it a couple years ago at the Wilson Leather place in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's cropped, and I like to wear it sometimes, especially like with the high-rise jeans. I'm wearing my, gosh, I love these boots so much. They are the Via Spiga feline boots, or feline, I believe is what they're called, but they're just been awesome. These and my Stuart Weitzman High Times boots have just, I love them. And and I've got the light on. And I also wanted to say I have on the Max Spice lip liner with that new lipstick that Lori sent me. It is the Girlactik Pretty. And when I swatched it on my hand, I thought, gosh, I really like it. This looks like something else that I really like. And so I swatched Honeylove right beside it. And Honeylove is, of course, matte. And Honeylove has just the slightest more like of a pinky tone. So what I did is the Pretty, and then I put Honeylove in the center just for it's a good old 90s lip. And I had watched Pixie Woo do her Bridget Bardot Vanessa parody tutorial this morning. Just sometimes when I want to get inspired, I just watch videos like that, and so that's what inspired me to use spice, and then I kind of went with it. So, and then, oh, this is a ring I bought last year, year before, from Oliver. It's the Michael Spirito, and so just wanted something simple. You guys know this is the Porchester square, and my wedding ring, and I just wanted something simple, so I just threw in these CZs. I'm not sure where they came from. I got them a couple last year or year before. And no fragrance. My house smells so good. We got out the Scentsy cooker that Heidi Jalapeno 7 she sent me, and we put the beach, Tiki Beach, or the beachy scents in there, and we lit it up this morning, and the whole house smells so good. I really think, I love the ambiance of the candles, but that really, I think, smelled the house up quicker and more than the candles do. So thank you again, Heidi. And I will be seeing you this week. Like I said, I have separated out I had kind of a hard time with the mineral and face powders, because they kind of, mineral powders and face powders and bronzer type products kind of blended all in together. So I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna separate that. But blushes were pretty up front, so I won't have time to go through all of them, but I thought we would just kind of go through, and I would tell you some good ones and go through those. Okay, I'll let you go. Have a good week, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.